In the end, only the empty bottle of love remains. That was her first love, poor yet rich. The poverty was in the fact that they had nothing at all. Two poor students could only walk through the streets lined with cherry blossoms all night. On Valentine's Day, all they could afford was to buy discounted roses for her. But she was happy because love was rich, filling her heart to the brim like a bottle of water. When he earned his first money, he bought her a bottle of perfume. Among all the girls in their dorm, she was the only one without perfume. To make sure she, too, had that delicate fragrance, he spent an entire month's tutoring wages to buy her a bottle. She was so touched that she cried, but she couldn't bring herself to use it. The thought of his love was so rare, and she couldn't bear to part with that beautiful rose-shaped bottle. In the end, though, they parted ways. That's how love is, isn't it? You think it will last forever, that you'll miss each other even after a minute apart. But when it fades, it becomes like the oil floating on top of the meat. No matter how you look at it, it just feels greasy. Because love is gone. And no matter how deep the feelings were, they're now strangers. That bottle of perfume remained with her as a keepsake of love, she thought. Years later, when she looked at it, it would surely bring back memories. Years later, she was a wife and mother, long having forgotten that she once had a bottle of that perfume. Her husband often bought her authentic French perfume, but when she used it, she would occasionally think of him. It was only a fleeting thought, like a breeze that passed by and was gone in an instant. Over time, those memories of him became less and less, and in the end, his shadow faded behind her husband and children. She couldn't even remember his face from her youth. One day, while sorting through old things, she came across that bottle of perfume. When she saw it, she froze, because only the empty bottle remained. There was nothing left inside. All the perfume had evaporated. Over the years, it had dissipated, leaving no trace. The perfume she had never dared to use had all evaporated, not a drop left. Looking at the empty bottle, her eyes became moist. It was so much like her first love, only an empty name. She thought it was passionate, that she would find a place for love to settle. But in the end, it was all for nothing. Back then, she only focused on loving him, but never knew how to love. Just like this bottle of perfume, all that remained was the bottle, an empty bottle filled with emptiness and memories. In fact, she had long forgotten what the perfume even smelled like. Because no matter how deeply etched the memory, it cannot withstand the erosion of time. One day, she ran into him in a crowded shopping mall. He was with a little girl, and his wife was picking out clothes nearby. She stared at him for a long time before they passed each other. Because she knew the love between him and her was only this shallow. So shallow that all that was left was an empty bottle. Even the initial fragrance had long been forgotten.